This is the Arduino Lab 8, and this one deals with a timer. Basically like a sand timer. You flip it over, or you flip a switch in this case, and it resets the timer. So what I've done in this one, instead of making it every 10 minutes, I made it every 10 seconds, so that is 6,000 milliseconds instead of 60,000 milliseconds. So I'm able to then demonstrate it without having to wait 10 minutes to show you what happens. So originally we got power, usual, from the yellow cord, your red and your black, into the board over here. Now all this is doing is basically your power's going through the switch, and what that is into the green wire. The green wire is the input shown on pin, I think that's 8. Yeah, pin 8. What that does is the program as it runs through, it checks the switch state, and basically whenever inputs a signal, it resets the timer. Now for the timer itself, there we go, it's set onto a long interval because, well, as measuring in milliseconds. Well, with this one I don't need to measure in positive because I'm not running it forever and ever. But sorry, that light's kind of annoying. But by running it in 6,000 seconds, it turns on an LED every 10 seconds for a total duration of 1 minute, which is great, so we don't have to wait the full 10 minutes. So how this works is it basically, as it's running through, it's resetting. Basically the previous time is set to the current time, and by doing so, within the if statement, it's basically checking to see if enough time has passed by to turn on an LED. Every time that the program runs through this loop, checks that if pin 7 is on. If it is, it doesn't turn on anymore because, well, there's only 6 pins. I'm sorry, not pin 7. I'm sorry, pin 7, but only 6 LEDs. But then if pin 7, also known as LED 6, is not on, the switch state is then changed, the timer will reset, and all the LEDs will be turned off. That's what you see right here, because the switch is very soft and finicky. Okay, that's right. The switch right there is very finicky because even the smallest amount will move a little ball on the inside. That ball, what it does, basically moves up and down, and if it's down, it's connecting the circuit, kind of like closing a switch, which sends a signal, because power is actually flowing through it, into that green wire. Now over here we have 6 LEDs going in through pin 2 to 7, and all that is once running through the loop, it turns on the LED. So what I'll do is I'll reset it. Resetting it, we're waiting every 10 seconds. Once the first 10 seconds has passed, you get your first LED. After that first state is set, the next 10 seconds, the next one turns on. Basically, it's going through, it's just adding, from the previous one, it's adding on another LED until you reach a full minute where an entire 6 LEDs will be turned on. That's basically the end of this program.